Welcome, 2Nerds, and also an actor.
And a toucan.
And toucans. Birds. Anyways, I'm here with my nerdettes. Mike Santana.
Alright. I'm from Riverdale.
You get it? And France Jerome.
Long tails. Ears for hats.
Aww. And I'm your host, Josie and the Pussycats.
Wait, does that make us your cats then?
Aww.
With your Josie and the?
Yeah.
Unless there's other people on this
just
podcast
Josie.
we don't know about?
Just Josie then. I'm just Josie.
Alright.
Just Josie. Your host, Aisha Jordan. We have a good show tonight. It's actually going to be like
really good
quick
show.
And dirty. Like a show.
Quick and dirty?
Yeah, quick and dirty.
I already like it.
Yeah. Well, because we have like, not too much to talk about, but it's exciting things to talk about. We're going to talk about the big thing that's on everyone's minds.
Everyone.
A huge deal just went down.
Finally.
Disney and Fox.
Finalized as of the earliest, the end of this year.
Oh my God. So we're talking about that. We're going to talk about, all the scandals. James Gunn, Chris Hardwick. Some new things coming down the pipeline. Men in Black.
I'm like, man, there's a Men in Black scandal too?
No.
Not yet.
I know. I was about to say. It's just a matter of time for all of it, really.
Not yet.
We're going to try something new. So hang in there to the end. We're going to do no Spoilae.
Yeah, we're going to go against our core beliefs.
We're going to challenge ourselves to give you a review, but not have any spoilers.
Right. For one another's sake.
It's our self-flagellation.
Yes, it is.
I feel like it's going to sound like, when people try to put like Eminem songs on the radio and it's like, because they have to like block out all the curses.
Without me.
We're going to be like, yeah. And he said, The whole time.
Listen, I got this. I'm confident I could give an exciting, non-spoilerific review of the movie you have asked me to do so with.
Mission Impossible.
Yes, I can do that. I accept the mission.
The mission.
Yes.
It's going to be impossible. We're going to try to do Sorry to Bother You, which if anyone has seen that movie, it's going to be extremely difficult. But I think we could do it.
It's a lot of voiceovers. I know there's a lot of voiceovers.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe you guys could voice over each other.
We'll put on our white guy voice.
There you go.
That would be hilarious. France, when you mix this down, just try to get some white people.
Need this money.
All right, so let's start out with our nerd news. The merger is a go.
Yes, finally.
Every media conglomerate. It's all in me.
41% of the
box office. I do it naturally.
The closing price, $73.1 billion. Sorry, million. Chump change. $1 billion.
Dr. Evil.
And stock options as well.
Yeah, they're going to give like $300 something million in stock options.
Oh my God.
How
could Fox say no?
Well, they didn't say no the first. Listen, Comcast was just in there to get the bid up. Those bastards.
True.
But Disney was going to buy. There was no way Disney was going to let this slip.
They were like, we want Disney to sell the other part of their soul that hasn't been sold yet.
Yeah. The other good news is basically all the legal hurdles, all those have been leapt over. So it's as of they were reporting it's a 6 to 12 month process.
Okay, I feel like that's fast.
But as of the time that they started negotiating,
so even quicker.
Yeah, so the earliest that it could possibly go through, according to reports that I read earlier, not my own investigating because I live in the Bronx.
He went down to Disney.
I was
used his press
Epcot
pass
Center. So they were like, as early as the end of this year, we could possibly see, official
whatever plans they might have.
Yeah, they'll roll out. This is coming up. Where Disney people are going to be talking about Fox properties and release schedules, and we'll find out. Stuff like that.
So, wasn't someone trying to sue?
Yeah, but
it didn't work out.
I mean, no, they all voted. There was only one person opposed to the merger out of the shareholders.
They were about to lose their job. That's why.
No, well, we brought this up. You know, there are people that are gonna lose their jobs. As little as 1,000, but as many as like maybe 3 or 4,000 people are gonna lose their jobs. Hopefully, they can still find work in the industry somewhere.
I bet they could. I mean, you worked at Fox.
Hey, Amazon is looking to expand on their movie making stuff, so maybe Amazon could pick up some folks.
Oh my God.
So Bezos get on that. But
about that.
It's gonna go through, and the timing really couldn't be more perfect, because let's say it does happen officially and it's done, all the paperwork is in by the end of this year, then they haven't really announced any phase 4 stuff outside of the Spider-Man film, Guardians, but that doesn't have a release date.
I bet they're like waiting for this, right? Like, let's just see how this goes.
Now we're gonna see, probably when they start advertising phase 4 shit, that 4 is gonna look a hell of a lot like it belongs in the Baxter building.
I bet they had two things. Like, one was like, deal goes through, plan. The other one was like, deal doesn't go through, plan. And Feige's like, how's it? Let me know.
Yeah, they're just gonna do it all. They're gonna be like, we're gonna put the X-Men in the Baxter building. That's it. Both of them right now. They're gonna fight Doom.
They're all Avengers.
On top of the Phoenix.
But with the timing, I really feel like if they did have a plan, A through Z, I really feel like this was maybe like plan G at the latest. Like I feel like there weren't that many roadblocks from the time that we heard that this could happen.
They were like, nah, this is happening.
Right. I feel like they probably haven't had to change much. It's just they weren't able to talk about much. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
At this point, could anything go wrong?
It's like 98%.
Okay.
I said to my nephew Al, shout out to Al. I said, who doesn't fucking listen, but I shade. I told him, I said, look, this shit ain't official until I see Ryan Reynolds in costume as Deadpool, talking some shit, mentioning Iron Man by name. Like basically until I see Deadpool breaking this wall, then it's not official to me yet. I don't even care if they have a press conference and they announce casting. I don't care. Until Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool tells me so via sass,
I'm about that.
it ain't real.
That's all you, Van City.
Yeah.
No, until I see Ryan Reynolds as this kid, flame on, then I'm okay.
Ryan Reynolds as the Human Torch.
As Deadpool as the Human Torch. Oh, then I'm like, we can do anything we want now.
Sets himself on fire.
Yes, and jumps off. It's perfect.
Actually, they should do that. Here's a free one, Feige. Just have Deadpool audition for all the recasting of the Fox people.
Yeah.
I think
and he'd be like, you got all the roles.
You can't get more meta than Deadpool trying to be Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. You can't.
He'll have the stapled face.
Yeah.
Question is,
know it's him.
Will Deadpool still be effective without those? Because those limitations is kind of what made it work.
He still has budget limitations. You can't have all the X-Men in the movie.
I think what France means is the rating. Like, we're hoping if you're gonna bring Deadpool, you let him be R-rated when he wants to be R-rated, and then you can tone him down a little bit you nerf him a little bit. Because listen, Tony Stark got his little side jokes that he says that a little blue. You know what I'm saying? So you put Deadpool in there, and come on, we want to see a Deadpool showing up to Peter's school. We want to see that.
I mean, let's be honest.
Teacher conference.
Disney can do whatever it wants now.
Yes, we do.
Disney can. I mean, it could do whatever it wanted before. Now it's like, wow. Yeah. I just wanted to see, and yes, we can.
Yeah. The biggest fear besides people losing jobs though is like the Disney movies, and we'll probably talk about it a little bit more when we talk about the other topic, but the Disney movies have, at this point, especially after Guardians 1, had, I would say, similar beats to them, especially when it comes to the humor. And the Fox movies, when they worked, they didn't all work, but when they did work, they had their own kind of tone.
Yeah.
And so I don't want everything to be like homogenous. I don't want to.
Yeah, because Disney does have its stamp. They for sure have their stamp.
Which is funny. I don't know why they haven't applied that stamp to the Star Wars stuff.
I mean, they have.
No, they haven't.
Yeah,
Shots
if you look
fired.
at, I mean, I'm not gonna get into it.
They didn't
but
have
like,
they didn't have a clear plan for their trilogy because they had different
just
directors,
started over.
one that deconstructed everything the first one did.
But yeah, they just started over, and that's what Disney does. They start over. They're like, wait, I needed to be start over.
It's a little sloppy. Like fans are, a lot of fans are not happy with how they've mapped out or not mapped out this trilogy. So this part of the
I'm
the Star
telling you,
Wars
they were
mythos.
like, look, we're just gonna do it again. We're starting at part 4.
Just clone Feige.
All right, so talking about what films they're gonna do, not do, change, or whatever. So before all this happened, we were supposed to have New Mutants and the Phoenix Saga. But okay, so this is what I heard. I heard that they've been doing so bad in test screenings that they're thinking about scrapping the entire thing, like not even releasing it.
Well,
that's what I heard.
In reality, there's a lot of unfounded rumors that happened on the eve, pretty much, of the announcement of this final step of the Fox Disney merger.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the cancellation rumors are already false.
Really?
They're not real. Yeah, like there was a lot of pushback for dates, particularly after Black Panther, and no one anticipated the cultural impact Black Panther would have, particularly not Fox. So they thought they could throw 2 movies out in the same year and compete. And people were like, nope. They projected it like, hell no.
Still watching Black Panther.
Like
not.
There's still elder Black people walking around the streets in
Wakanda forever.
Rocking Wakanda forever T-shirts and dashikis. It was like, no, it's not gonna pop. So they pushed it back, and they pushed it back again when they saw that it's still Wakanda forever fever was still going. And so right now there was a couple of reshoots. For Dark Phoenix, a lot of it was around Sophie Turner, who's Sansa, and key to as Jean Grey to the Dark Phoenix situation. And apparently was she
not doing well or something?
No, this is time dilated Spoilae, but she's shooting a lot.
Right.
So she's also important in Game of Thrones, evidently.
She's like, hello, King of the North.
So that scheduling thing pushed for her, which is why that one I think is dropping in February 2019, so first quarter, and then New Mutants had reshoots, and then they added a character, so they got pushed back.
How you have a character in reshoots? You gonna get it in post?
Yeah, but they got pushed back to August of 2019.
Well,
damn.
So, I feel like these rumors, the latest ones about how bad the test screenings were going, whether they're true or not, the purpose of that is to lay the groundwork for what I believe is going to be the eventual theatrical release of these 2 films being scratched. And they will be released, but probably on the digital service. And the reason I say that is because two reasons. One, Fox's debt is going to become Disney's debt. So all the money that went into these films, and in the case of Dark Phoenix, was more than $125 million already.
They gotta make that back.
Yeah, you can't just take that and not put it in, not release it at this point. So I think they're just gonna put these probably on the direct to digital service type shit.
Hell no.
Yeah.
How would you make your money back?
Because you probably won't, but at least the loss won't be as bad, and people still watch it. The reason I say that is because, listen, if this shit goes through as early as December, okay, Marvel in January is gonna be fucking teasing or doing something to let you know, all right, well, expect the X-Men movie next year or this or that, because they have made no announcements like they have for the first 3 phases.
They can't.
Because they're waiting for this to go through.
Right.
So my thing is, you're not gonna release Dark Phoenix in February. If it is, let's say those reports are accurate. You're not gonna release that in February with characters that you want to recast and you want to reboot, and then New Mutants. You're not gonna release that with all the reshoot mess that's been going through. If that's not a good movie, you're not gonna have characters there that you want to recast and reuse in other ways. It makes no sense creatively to release them when you're also laying the groundwork for upcoming same character.
If only this was only about creativity and not about money.
I was going to say, I think that they're going to make so much money just in the opening weekend that would be money they want to make.
They could just
putting it out on the streaming. They're not going to make that opening weekend money.
Put it on digital.
Everyone's gonna go, whether it's bad or not. Everyone's going to go. Like, I'm going to watch it. Everyone's going to go.
If it makes $2 million in opening weekend,
they're gonna be like, "Thank God
that's
we
great,"
made
and they'll
something.
close out on the weekend. That's $2 million they will not get if they don't put it out at all.
I don't know. They seem to be really careful when they cast, and to me, it doesn't make sense. To me, it'd be a better investment to just hype up your rebooting of these franchises, because that's what everybody wants more than they want to see Dark Phoenix anyway, the Fox version of it. I think that it's better to just put more energy there, and then you still finish these films but release them not in theaters, because it's not gonna make sense.
Well, that's what we want. That's not what they're going. They don't always do what we want.
I know
I'm
that.
not a
But we're all
business
speculating,
person.
just like you're speculating. I'm just saying
I
that's
ain't
what I
speculating
think.
shit.
That's what I think they're gonna do.
I don't have an MBA and
Negro Damas.
Shave your head.
in Disney-ness. Honestly, I feel like they're already spending $73.1 billion. It's like, okay, let's just keep losing a few more million. They're going to try their hardest to just make all the money.
Because my thing is, the Dark Phoenix movie, that's it. Like, whatever that movie does, it doesn't even matter if it makes $1 billion.
They're done with
They're done with that.
Sure.
All those characters
Bye-bye.
getting recast, and all that's getting rebooted. So to
Thank
me, it makes
God,
no
no
sense.
more Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, she didn't want to do this shit anyway.
I don't know why she did it. Let someone else do a better
God,
job.
Please.
She didn't want to do it anyway, but they signed her for this many movies, and they're paying her that much money. It's like, why wouldn't you do it?
Oh my God.
It's because she was hot at the time. Like, it was like, oh, well, Jennifer Lawrence has to do all the
She
movies.
got an Oscar.
Yeah, and then I'm like, but did you stop to think, like...
Did you stop to think if you should?
Maybe you should?
Ahead,
Like, as Mystique? Come on.
You had your Goldblum moment just now.
Yeah.
You did. Goldblum. Which they have erected a large statue of Jeff Goldblum in the UK right now.
It's about time.
I was like,
shirtless,
what? Shirtless,
lounging. Well, he's recovering. He was recovering from his
He
wounds.
was, with his shirt open.
Yes, and Ian
on the
Malcolm.
table.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'm sure they're not going to tell us a damn thing for a while, but hanging in the balance.
Just don't be surprised if you never get to buy a movie ticket to see these shit. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so the next thing that's kind of hanging in the balance that's been going on, it's like this, it feels like it's a back and forth, but it's really been a one-way street, with James Gunn being fired
Bang, bang.
from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It seems like
After
Disney...
the script was finalized.
After everything, they were like, whoa. 10 years ago, you made some dumbass jokes. So the latest in it is that the entire cast of Guardians, like the main cast, the stars,
cast,
the actual Guardians,
Yep.
wrote a letter kind of in support of James Gunn. Not in support of his whack-ass terrible jokes.
No, to be clear.
Yeah,
no.
they were pretty clear in their message.
To be super clear, no one, not even James Gunn and his family,
exactly,
are like defending those fucking jokes.
They were awful.
No one is. They were bad.
Like, you can't even call them jokes.
The awkward part of this whole thing, and I don't want to talk about it too much because we could literally spend an entire episode just talking about the many
terrible jokes.
No, just in general.
Just the implications.
Every other day, there's somebody else did some shit that's newsworthy. DK, but the thing that really is just like frightening on one level is because a lot of the people behind the camera are still mostly white and male. Because they're mostly white and male, it seems like those are the people who seem to get caped for the hardest.
Oh yeah.
So this is really weird because a lot of people,
right? If it was like a black woman, which I doubt they would ever make these jokes, it's like different.
It just hasn't happened. Like, it hasn't been. We haven't hit that tipping point to where there's diversity or just equity in front and behind the camera, that these things get a discussion that is like valid across everything. Right now, everybody is just really upset that this guy who did this really nice film can't do his work anymore. He's being punished,
right?
Which his situation is whack, actually. And I don't like how that's going down. When I step back and look at the history of all the things, I'm like, Is it that bad?
I feel like
is it? It is, but is it? But it is.
In this world of like, I feel like cancel culture has come to be a thing because of the intensity and amount of atrocities that white men have done over the history of this country. So it's like, right now, it feels like the only thing you can do is be like, kill him.
It's weird because it's a backlash.
Murder him.
It's a backlash that's proportionate to the oppression that happened before it.
Right.
But it doesn't make it right.
Cycle, no?
Right.
It doesn't make it right or just.
Right
it
now,
just is. It's like a force of nature. It's a fucking tornado.
Right. We're seeing basically like people's social media history become weaponized. Like,
but it's not just their social media. I'm just meaning it's like the whole thing in general, from top to bottom. Right, like for James Gunn, that's what I'm saying. His situation is so. But
what I'm saying is that even like the Me Too movement, hashtag Me Too movement, the fact that it's a hashtag tells you that it has a social media component to it.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how you get people to rally behind this and then harass or get at people through social media space, which is why that whenever these things go down, usually what is the first thing that the person that's accused does? They shut down their Twitter. They shut down. They back away from social media because they know the heat is coming. I'm not saying warranted or not, but that's what's been like happening. So my thing is this, and I think I mentioned it a little bit before, was like we're seeing people in positions of like power and authority, celebs, whatever, have their past brought up, things that they've done, or the accusations are coming up about things in their past, and the repercussions and the backlash from that. We're seeing that. I'm like, what happens when that shit happens to one of us? Like somebody brings up some shit. Like apparently the other day there were two pitchers that did really well, and they had two really good games. And both of these pitchers, one media outlet, whatever, released some quote from one of them on Twitter when he was 17. It was like a rap lyric quote or some shit when the dude was 17 years old, some shit like that. And, the guy had a good game, but the first questions he's answering at the press conference afterward is not about the game. It's not about what you're doing now. It's about, so tell me about when you were 17 and you quoted this rap lyric. And he was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, is that going to happen to us with shit that are we going to be held accountable for something that we said way back in the day, probably without context, just to mitigate what we're trying to do in the present? Like, I don't understand.
And the truth is, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
That's was the point I was trying to make on the last recording we did. Everybody did something.
Yeah.
Because anyone could be offended by anything because everyone's experiences are so different. So it's like, all right, but how are we going to handle this? Because this backlash of just like this this unmitigated kind of just blanket backlash, it's not sustainable. Everything we love is going to go away simply because it could offend someone.
It's just because everything, right, so like you look back in the past and you're like, all of this is offensive. Everything in the past is offensive and it comes to light. It's one thing to call out. So we started out with call out culture. I'm calling this out. And then the immediate response was to cancel. There wasn't like, I'm calling this out because everyone has swept it under the rug in the past. That is an issue. You can't have things happen and everyone ignore it and then you keep moving on with your life because things just keep continuing. All right, I'm going to call it out. Now we have to heal. We have to change. We have to grow. Instead, it's like, just shut it off. And then that's the same exact thing. You're just sweeping it under the fucking rug again. Right. So like, why do we do this? Right. Now this guy who obviously over the past 10 years had time to think about his dumbass actions and has become a better person. These movies are inspiring to people, right? Obviously he's not like, hey, let's throw in some pedophile jokes in these movies because he's like, that was dumb. But it's like you don't have a chance to grow. No one allows you to do that.
I agree with everything you just said, Aisha. Everything you just said, but for this since we're talking about this particular case with James Gunn, right? It's not as simple as 10 years ago he did this. I gotta reiterate, 6-7 years ago, before Guardians 1 was made, he was already answering questions and putting this out there that that was the kind of humor he used to do. So my thing is, he kind of already got raked over the coals for this. Yeah, he got raked over the coals for this, and there was an outcry from a lot of fans saying, "Nah, we don't want the dude that directed Super to touch anything in Marvel." There were people that were saying that
they're trying to cancel before he got on. So that's where because this is different. People were comparing this to like what happened with Roseanne Barr,
And I'm like,
I don't know
No,
why.
that is a false fucking
I
equivalent.
don't know
No.
why they were doing.
I didn't say it was a justified
Right.
thing, but people are comparing this to what happened with Roseanne Barr, where she tweeted some shit, some
Pretty
racially tinged shit, and
Called someone like
her
a
show got
monkey.
canceled, right? So, but the thing is, she has a history of repeatedly doing this shit,
Right.
Repeatedly,
She has not grown or changed.
right. Whereas James Gunn did this 10 years ago, before he got this Marvel shit. That was in the press already. People were like, all right, let's see what happens. He did his 2 damn movies. People loved it.
Right.
And some fucking scumbag brought this shit up again. I'm like, the dude's getting punished twice.
Yeah, which means
And I don't
Disney
think that makes
also
sense.
already knew that
They
was
knew
there.
damn well.
That was already in the limelight, and
They
you
knew-
hired him. It wasn't like,
And we're letting
shit,
the
we didn't show
domestic terrorist win.
it. Exactly.
pretty much.
Exactly. Okay, well, my question before we move on, give you a quick answer. Do you think they're going to reinstate it? With the, 350,000?
It's close to 350,000 digital signatures.
And then the whole
to bring him
cast
back.
signing off.
The cast did not say in their group letter, we ain't doing this movie without him.
Right.
But they did. It is a sign of solidarity, and I think some conversations might be happening behind closed doors. If they decide not to bring him back with a valid enough reason for the folks that signed their names to that letter, hell, they have a lot of power. Disney's not gonna recast these motherfuckers.
Yeah, no.
There's already toys molded looking like them.
There's a lot of unprecedented, uncharted territory.
Yeah.
With the size that Disney's has now,
Mm-hmm.
but it's never been a cast this many people inside of a cast,
Like
inside
something
of a
like this.
movie this
Right.
successful,
Right.
with a
Right.
franchise this big,
Taking a stance like this.
being
Right.
like you're.
Yeah.
It's like that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, like they didn't say they would, but I wouldn't be surprised if they
pulled
went
the
to
card
that
a little
length.
bit.
Yeah,
Just pulled it
Right.
like once.
yeah. If they went that length, I would not be surprised with it. And I think that there's a majority of people in the country who are aware of the story that will be in favor of them, rewinding it back.
Right.
But maybe with a little press and talking about these issues and
Yeah,
whatever
they
the hell
probably
they
have
gotta
to put
do.
something in place. Like he's going to be going to whatever
Hell yeah, put him in a bright
whatever
orange,
management classes or
Put him in a fucking
whatever.
bright orange vest and have him go.
We've decided to
fucking-
hire him
Litchfield.
back if he goes to therapy.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
and I think he'd do it.
it's
He
dangerous. It's dangerous territory though,
Yeah.
because if he gets reinstated, and the whole thing the whole shit took off because some Nazi type alt-right dude
I know.
took it there.
We believe in the Nazi guy.
Well, now we set a precedent for who can stir the pot
Right. Fuck that guy.
and how much stirring they can do and how that changes huge swaths of our popular culture.
right.
It's book. It's
I'm not gonna let this guy
I
get
feel
in
like
the way of
that-
my diversity hire.
The Disney folks must have been 100% dedicated to finalizing the damn Fox deal, because I think any competent PR guy could have just got on a mic leading into San Diego Comic-Con, which is what they were really worried about, drawing attention to, and just say, look, and here's some clips of James talking about this 6 years ago. We've already addressed it. We don't condone that humor. We're moving on.
Yeah.
Boom.
they could've-
Simple.
they could've-
Don't
Straight
give it
forward.
more gas. It's already gas lit. You know what I'm saying? It was, the PR on this was handled really poorly.
Yeah, I mean everyone's so quick now because it's just like how many times does someone boycott something real fast? So it's like the first reaction is like, oh, fire him. I don't want to do it. Just fire him. But anyways.
Yeah.
So the other person who I guess got redeemed, Chris Hardwick. He's been put back in all of his of his, what he did, like one thing. What did he do?
No, he did talking every damn thing on AMC.
Yeah.
Talking
But, I mean,
feature, talking everything.
There were some
Oh, okay.
repercussions
yeah?
to the accusations, because he missed some talking dates, he missed some panels at San Diego Comic-Con that he was supposed to MC, and those are paid gigs as far as I know.
Right.
So he did miss some opportunity. He was supposed to be at some music festival.
I ain't lamenting his money.
Neither mine. What I'm saying is that in order to get this stuff in order, and for him to clear his name or do whatever he had to do, because apparently not only did he share texts that the ex-girlfriend, the accuser, had sent him, there was also video interviews
What?
of people asking her, what was he like as a boyfriend, and there was you watch the interviews, you would think everything was great, and because she was
Damn.
lying. But the thing is that AMC at least felt comfortable enough that they feel like, okay, these accusations don't seem to be founded, or not in line with everything that she wrote. and all the sentiments of it, and they reinstated him. So
I mean, I don't want to belittle however she felt.
Of course not.
Because, like, your emotions are real, and obviously whatever happened affected you in a certain way.
Yeah.
But again, did you want justice for what happened to you? Is it that these people need to not be in the limelight? It's like, these are just like questions I feel like that we haven't been able to fully get to.
It's, oh god, it's just
Frustrated?
The dynamism of it is like, what is wanted from someone? Because Chris Hardwick and his ex could have sat in a coffee shop for 6 hours and talked it out, and it never had to see the light of public day. When it sees the light of day in public, now there's some intention. I'm trying to take from you. And I was like, which thing do you want to take from and why? And it's just it's a human thing, really. But it's just like, if I spent 20 years trying to get my name out there and none of that had to do with you, is that the thing you want to take? And that's the thing you want to take from me? It says a lot about. It just says a lot about people.
Well, I don't know if it's so much about taking, because a lot of the big thing that happened with, like #MeToo and people coming out with these stories, is more about, I need my voice to be heard. This terrible thing happened to me, and I've been holding it for years, and I need to say it out loud.
Yes.
So there might be a lot of people who are just jumping onto that.
Might just be an intersection, right?
Yeah. Well, what?
I mean, like if you have, you have to say it so it gets said. It doesn't matter what happens.
It doesn't matter what happens. It's just, I need to get this out. I need people to know. One, people say it's like, oh, so no one else has to go through what I did. Or two, it's just like, I've been holding on to this forever and I just need, people to hear me. Stuff like that. So I get it. And I understand that girl it probably was for that. I don't think she was trying to take from Chris Hardwick anything that he had. Because as the stories continued, it seemed like she didn't have much that she was too upset about. It was like, I'm upset about this thing that happened to me. Yeah. But he's not really that bad of a guy. Like, I didn't like this interaction, but damn,
it's like
it
that
sucks.
Aziz
like,
shit.
Yeah.
It's which, by the way,
communications between people, because no one knows how to have conversations about reading the room. What one person feels is different from the other, and instead of having a conversation, it's like, I'm just gonna go to reporter and say it.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I haven't heard a peep. Or nothing. I don't know what Aziz is up to or nothing. I don't know. Is there another season coming out of his show on Netflix?
We'll find out.
I don't even know.
We just hit this Bo Burnham moment. How are we gonna dig the show out of this weird hole?
How we get out of this hole?
Right. So like he, with that whole bad date shit that came out, because I think most of the people after they read that shit was like, nah, man, it just sounded like a bad date.
Yeah, it was.
Sound like you had a bad date.
Yeah, you couldn't tell that she wasn't having it. Yeah, but even then, like, she was like, I'm not about it. He was like, oh, my bad.
I don't know. I recognize motherfuckers been getting away with shit for a long time.
Exactly.
Like, I get that. But at the same time, it's like, right now, when it comes to social media, the hammer's coming down swift, and it's coming down sometimes sloppy. And then when you pull back and look at what you've done with your tools,
you're like, oh damn,
you didn't build any bridge to healing. All you did was break down some shit that really didn't probably need to be broken down.
I think that, like, anytime a story comes out, therapy now needs to happen. So instead of like, you're fired, all right, we're taking a hiatus so the two people can go to therapy and work out what happened.
Well, the thing is that
we'll be back after these messages.
these public figures, they represent corporations. They're the faces and voices of bigger things than they are as individuals. So it's like, James Gunn, as much as we love him, as much as we love Guardians and all that shit, he's part of an ever-growing conglomerate now.
Just keeps getting bigger.
It keeps getting bigger. So it's like, I get where there's some trepidations and wariness, but we got to figure this out, because eventually, I'm telling you.
Where are we headed? Where are we going with this?
I'm saying eventually, this fucking screenshot culture shit is going to go past memes for the everyday person. And regular motherfuckers in their cubicle gonna lose their job for some shit,
right?
Or it's gonna hit us.
I'm sure that's already happened.
It's already been happening.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's gonna happen, like, where you could just be like, oh yeah, and just get right back and fucking
right.
Your neighbor.
It's like the way kids use the word trigger now. Triggering is like serious. It was a big thing that was like, so people would understand that, like, I've been through some trauma and it's triggering me. Now kids be saying that, like, she dropped her pencil in front of me, I'm triggered.
They say it, in lieu of saying I'm tight.
Right. And you're like, damn it, this is an important fucking word.
It's different from saying you tight and say you fucking triggered, bruh.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So on the lighter side, and if this isn't too hypocritical in what we've been saying, look at the power of people, though. Hey.
I mean,
it's taken us a while, but the internet has given us a
vague democracy.
fuck shit up.
It's Black Mirror. Like this the Black Mirror tech, a lot of that has great intentions, but it's how it's used.
Yeah, it's true.
It's how it's implemented.
I don't know. Arab Spring did happen.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but for every Arab Spring, you got like other scenarios where it's like a lot of hullabaloo and burnt down shit. When the ash is clear, it's like, oh,
that's actually very untrue. But I'm gonna let that rock.
But okay, did you see? I forget who posted. I forget who posted. I thought it was Rosario Dawson, but it might have been someone else that I follow who's famous. But it was like a meme of like, and here's the world with no offensive jokes ever, and it's literally just a bunch of burning buildings.
I think it might have been Rosario Dawson.
I think it was, and I was dying because I was like, that's true. It's just like you're just gonna burn it all.
That's the road.
That's the point.
Killmonger Road.
Yeah. But there's a difference between being offended by a Klan rally and being offended by like a pride parade. One type of offense I tolerate.
Is real.
Boom. The other type is like you need to grow up.
Yes,
so,
that's true.
Blocker.
All right, so the next thing that I want to talk, this is gonna be real quick. I just thought it was really cool, and I don't always, or do I always talk about Black women in media?
I would say,
in life,
it's your thing, so do it.
I would say 98% of the time.
98% of the time, I'm talking about myself. No,
I don't know a song to bust into. That's how much I don't like them. But that was a great alley-oop, dog.
Oh man, now I'm trying to think of a 98 Degrees song.
Don't do
All I can
it.
think of is like Backstreet Boys.
We're monetized now.
I don't want.
You're
right.
If they hear
can't.
this, I'm atting everybody.
Backstreet Boys, we want your money. No,
was Nick Lachey in 98 Degrees?
He was him
leader.
and his brother.
He's the only one I know though.
They used to have the big tattoos.
Nick Lachey and Joe Jonas? No?
No. What is his brother's name?
No.
Something Lachey. They all had the 98 degrees tattoo,
that,
and then they covered it up. No, those are the Hansons.
Oh, okay.
Which they're touring again, by the way. I don't know how that worked out.
The puppet guy?
Yeah, Happy Time Murders. That's touring.
Ah.
Okay, so Lena Waithe has signed on to write and produce a LGBTQ horror series. I forget what channel it's going to be on.
What does any of that mean?
I know, but it sounds like it's very akin to like Get Out. Like she had a quote saying that she read the script and was like literally haunted and then like had to do it. So it seems like a type of Get Out.
So it's an LGBTQ version of Get Out?
Yeah, but it's also set in the past,
Get
like
out
in the
closet, like that. Like I don't get it.
Isn't said there's like literally no information about it. It's just that she posted that she was like super excited to be on the project.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's based more like in the 1800s though. So.
What other things has she done? I don't know. Anything else?
Lena Waithe?
Yeah, anything.
The Shy.
The Shy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's the one on Aziz Ansari's show.
Master of None.
Master of None.
She's the one.
Was
yeah.
she in Ready Player One?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was
Got
the
it.
big guy.
Got it.
Yes. So I'm super excited.
She's funny.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Emmy winner. So I don't know what's in store. It just sounds really, really cool. She's getting all these amazing things she gets to do. So I'm
the film is set in Brazil.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, okay.
So
I was like,
hostile.
and it's a werewolf. It's a werewolf movie.
Okay. All right. All right.
Now the thing that really is gonna be interesting is how it's coded, because there were things in Get Out that were coded to the black experience or to the experience of the other.
Right.
That'll be really. So I'm interested how this one's gonna be coded.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if it relates to anyone other than the folks that it's coded for, which is the magic of Get Out. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna play out in this situation.
I think it's gonna be dope. She's doing so many things. There was like, what was the other thing that came out too that she was gonna do? I forget what it was.
Ready Player 2?
Ready Player 2. No thanks.
Oh, damn.
I mean, all right. So the other thing that's happening is they're redoing Men in Black.
Yeah.
And it is starring Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
So they're not coming back from the Thanos snap.
Stop it.
They can film that.
They got
in a
other
weekend.
jobs.
Come on.
They do that shit in the weekend.
No.
So Tommy Lee Jones won't be anywhere near this film?
I don't think him or Will Smith are going to be.
Or Josh Brolin as a young Thanos. I mean, a young Tommy Lee Jones.
No, they came back to the proper time. Yeah, I think they're just the new ones. They're moving on. I mean, Will Smith, he's like getting too old for this.
All right. I mean, I love Will Smith, but I would like a cameo.
Like Tommy Lee Jones?
Like a training video.
What?
That
man.
Oh my God, like Captain
like
America.
Yeah, I'm serious.
That would actually be funny.
Yeah,
that
I'm
would
totally serious.
They'd be like, who is this?
Or
that
like at least, you know, his suit. They pass by like the Hall of Fame
right,
suits.
Yeah,
and they all look the same.
They'll do something. They'll do
he was
something.
K, right? Was he K?
He was K, yeah.
Yeah, the Agent K.
Nah, I want to see the J joint at the end of the '90s one with the note with the Chinese collar.
Yeah, you can have his too, you know. But I'm saying, can I at least see K's suit?
The pictures look dope. I was like, oh, okay, but I kind of feel this way, and maybe you guys will see. Are we ever gonna move on with our lives?
It depends on who's running our lives, man.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like we're doing Men in Black
No original
again?
stories.
Like we don't have any.
Well, wasn't there a rumor that they were trying to cross over Men in Black with
21 Jump Street? Still not original.
21 Jump Street.
Well, crossing that over is pretty damn crazy.
Fuck no.
It was not with 21 Jump Street.
Or how
That's
about,
like, oh, I like cookies. Oh, I like some other sweets. Let's cross them over. It don't make a new sweet. A cronut is not a new thing. It's a fucking donut and a croissant. You've had them before.
I don't know. I've heard they're like amazing.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. I want to go stand in line one day.
Is it a new thing?
Listen,
I mean, it's a new craze for sure.
Oh my God.
Nothing's new, but
I get that.
You have to admit we haven't seen those two things mixed up. Who knows?
But that's not even what's happening right now. We're just seeing Men in Black again. We're just seeing Men in Black again.
You don't want to see Yef hunting, fighting aliens?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, couldn't we just come up with a new alien thing?
That said, I will be in line. Day up.
I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see. But like, who's not gonna go see these things? And that's why I feel like we're stuck in a vicious cycle right now. We're like, oh, I love Men in Black. Let's go see Men in Black.
It means you get Ice Cube in the Men in Black universe as well.
What?
Because he's 21 Jump Street.
Exactly. You see?
No.
They're not doing a crossover.
Agent Cube.
So you don't want an Ant-Man crossover with like Ghostbusters?
Oh my God.
You don't want Luis to talk about
Is that where we're headed? We can't think of original stories.
Or some shit.
We're just doing movie mashes.
You sure you don't want?
Oh yeah, I saw a Ghost. I saw Ghost too. Just goes to this whole thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you do. You want to see that right now?
No. If they did any of those things, I'd be like, please make it a TV show.
Put a link in the
I don't want to go to the movies for that. I don't want to pay $18 to do this shit.
Lewis and everything.
I don't want to say fuck you to Movie Pass.
Yo, dead ass. Yo, fuck Movie Pass, yo.
Right in the eye.
I just need them to go away.
Forever.
Anyone
Pirates
who
of
has
the Caribbean
Movie Pass,
skull fuck Movie Pass, yo.
just cancel your Movie Pass immediately. You might think you're having fun right now. You're not. You're just being shitted on.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm in a dispute.
I mean, listen, what was it? Like last week, motherfuckers were going to the movies trying to use their Movie Pass and because apparently Movie Pass, they ran out of money. They ran out of because it's a non-sustainable business model.
It's impossible.
Okay? So they literally ran out of money, and there was like a 15-hour wait period or something like that for some loan of theirs to go through so that they could continue business as usual.
They still haven't continued.
They still haven't continued. So there's people, who can't use their goddamn pass, and they're paying for it.
That's why I'm gonna. No, I can't.
That is not.
I was on the phone with my bank, and they were like, "Let's call them up right now." They came back to me, and they were like, "They have an automated message saying that they can't get through."
We vented. Movie Pass sucks.
It does.
But we can't let them sponsor us. We can't let them dominate this conversation.
You're right. We can't let them win. Anyway.
Movie Pass.
Yes. Men in Black looks like it's going to be cool. I don't know when it's coming out because they just started
it looks like it's going to be cool because of who they cast.
Yes.
Because we know nothing
about this movie. I know nothing about the movie.
We know nothing.
I saw Tessa Thompson in a suit, and I was like, this is dope.
Yeah. And Chris Hemsworth
was next to her.
They had good comedic timing in Ragnarok, so we're hoping that they continue that.
It's going to work out. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is our challenge. Bum-ba-da-da. So me and France haven't seen Mission Impossible, and Mike hasn't seen Sorry to Bother You. So the only time we care about spoilers is not spoiling it for each other. So no offense, listeners.
Yeah, y'all.
But we give you guys
y'all are collateral damage, to be honest.
But we give a nice little warning. People, I've heard people who listen say
Spoilae.
when they hear Spoilae about something, they turn it off. So.
I know people that have not listened to entire episodes just because of what we were talking about in it,
Yeah.
they hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Which, you know what, is equally as flattering.
Yes, it is.
Sort
But y'all
of.
better go back.
Yeah, come back and
Watch it after the fact.
I feel like we give so much
Come get this work.
big ups to like movies. They should definitely be paying us. Because like you have
Hell
to
yeah.
go see the movie
Listen.
to even listen
Listen.
to us.
We are prerequisite. We gatekeepers.
Right.
Listen. Let me talk to you about Mission Impossible.
Okay.
Do it.
No spoilers.
No
so keep
spoilers.
listening.
This is nothing that you didn't see in the trailers.
Right. Okay.
I will share very little of what you didn't see in the trailers. Okay. First of all, this movie was fun. It was great fun. Tom Cruise has very little regard for the safety and well-being of his own physical body.
Well, it's Scientology, so.
Well, my man is trying to make it to their space heaven or wherever, whatever
alien
they
gods
believe.
are watching over them.
Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard.
He's trying to get there.
You trying to go clear?
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you right now, like this movie, the action scene, there was like 5 or 6 moments where literally my jaw was on the floor, and I'm looking at Al, and his was too.
he did his own stunts. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, like Henry Cavill, Superman, big ass Henry Cavill didn't even do his own stunts.
What? But
And
come
Tom
on,
Cruise,
you're Superman.
Tom Cruise,
And he's huge.
all 5'2" of his ass is doing all this shit with no regard for his rib cage. Just it was, yo.
He wants to be Batman. That's what it is.
He's running,
He's like, I'm Bruce Wayne.
parkouring,
Ah!
and like putting his life on the line almost every minute of this film. It's so, but it's fun.
I can't.
It's fun. It's grounded in the relationships that they built between his little team
Nice.
over the last like 6 movies or 5 previous ones.
Damn, those just came out when we was in high school.
Yeah, it's true.
And like Henry Cavill, his agent was a great addition to the storyline. Like in the trailer, that bathroom fight scene, yo, they don't even show you the best parts.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh wow.
They don't even show you the best parts
The
of
best
that
part is
bathroom
Henry
fight.
Cavill fucking his like adjusting his sleeves. That
Bro,
shit
I know,
was-
right?
when he goes into his pugilist mode, he got ham sandwiches for everybody. Like he
Bing,
just
bing,
like,
bing, bing, bing.
Well,
like, he
if
is
we're
just-
like CGIing out mustaches,
Nah,
this better be good.
this,
you
I'm
know,
telling you right now, this movie,
you did it for this.
Was it worth?
like I felt
It's gotta be
bad.
worth
Yeah,
it.
I was
Was it
like,
worth?
damn, Justice League, y'all didn't do his face. Y'all should let him keep everything.
Just let him have a mustache. Like
Let
he
him-
was dead and
he
his
wasn't
hair kept
throwing
growing.
hands.
So weird.
Like if this character of Henry Cavill was in Justice League, I think they would have finished that fight sooner
Oh.
because of the
damn, he's more Superman in Mission Impossible than
note
in.
to
upper
So-
body wise at least. Yes,
Wow.
my man was just laying them out.
Go to the gym some
Great,
more.
great. Probably a little bit too long, but great car chase scenes.
Oh, they love that.
I
There's
love car chases.
crazy
They always do.
intense helicopter action toward the end.
Of course.
The helicopters
I
move
mean,
so
like
slow.
It's just fun, and then
the
like
Matrix.
it ends in a way that if they stop the series right there, just like I feel like the last couple, you would have been like, all right, good, you had a good run. Let's see a new team now.
I always think that's gonna happen.
But no, it's
Every
like,
time I watch
but
those
I want
movies.
them back again. I want another Crisis. I want them back again.
What is the name of this one?
This
Fallout.
one is Fallout. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
I was
really
like
cool.
Crisis on Middle Earth.
I'll say this though, in terms of like they've had more impossible missions.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have
no
had
spoiler. I get you.
no spoiler, but I feel like the mission they had in this one that was DK Impossible was more like inconvenient. Like, but it was still handled very well with a satisfying
It had to be solved.
satisfying climax, you know. But it was fun. Like that's the thing. Like of all the movies I've seen this year, there was a couple of them that I could literally say, yo, this is mad fun. Infinity War wasn't fun, it was just great and it's what I wanted. But like Incredibles, I would put this up there with Incredibles
great.
in
Okay.
terms of how fun it was.
Word. All right.
Has it been just as long?
No. No,
Only
I
since
think
Inception.
I think in between Incredibles 1 and 2, we've had like 4
Good,
Mission
yeah,
Impossible
Mission
movies.
Impossible.
So Brad Bird,
it's
get on
probably
that.
real.
But you know, matter
And
of
like
fact,
3 Bourne movies.
has Brad Bird directed one of the Mission Impossibles? Why do I feel like he has? If he hasn't, I want him to direct the next one.
Same team.
But
same team.
It'd be 1950s though. Very, very
No,
slow.
no, it's fine. It's fine if you hearken.
It's Italian
They
job.
can visit Havana. It's fine.
Oh.
A lot of 50s cars there.
I would
About
have went with
that.
that, but too many Transformers and Fast and the Furious end up there.
In Cuba?
Well, whatever. Tupac, they could rescue Tupac.
In Cuba?
Then Ving Rhames be like, "That's my cousin."
Welcome back, brother.
Welcome back. Nah, but it was a lot of fun. Definitely like an 8.59 out of 10 for me.
Nice.
Wow.
Because like it's not a movie you go to change your life. But if you just go for a good old, like action packed film, high quality shit, this is definitely what you pay to see.
I'll
This
do
is
that.
movie.
I'll go.
All right.
I love going to the movies. You know me, so I'll see it.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna.
saw it in 8th grade.
The
other day,
one concern I would have though, definitely, is that the women in this movie do not blink.
What do you mean?
That's all
Remember,
I'm
no
gonna say.
spoilers.
It's not a spoiler. I just mean literally look at their eyes. They don't blink throughout this whole film.
Like physically?
Yeah, like blink, blink. Yeah, they don't blink in this movie.
Because they badass.
Exactly.
I don't know. They just don't blink.
I get it. It's equality. They gotta stay sharp.
It's a good movie. Like, they don't need to cross over with nobody. But if they did, they would bless up anybody. You know what I would pay for a Fast and the Furious crossover with Mission Impossible, bro?
That would. Oh my god.
Do you know what that would be?
Somebody would punch
I
a torpedo.
can't.
They would punch a whole plane.
That would be. I tell you right now. That would be like the equivalent of like at the end of the Godzilla King of Monsters shit. You see a megalodon fin in the background. Of the
Oh
ocean.
my god.
Like,
That would make a
crosses-
lot of sense.
No, you see like a Sharknado of
Oh
megalodons.
my god.
Okay, if you see like a Sharknado of
we're
megalodons.
taking it too far now.
Nah, you can't take it too far.
far.
It is too fast and too furious, and the mission is impossible. So at this
They'd
point,
be like
hyperbole,
driving cars underwater. There'd be a car chase scene underwater.
Let's go, and somehow we'll have.
And then Vin Diesel's holding his breath the whole time.
We'll have Tom Cruise
Shifting
parkouring in a submarine
Exactly.
for no
To
which
beat
is
the car
He's
that's
the only one
chasing it.
small enough who could do it.
I will ask you this
Yes.
to bookend mostly.
Yes.
Should Tom Cruise have been Bruce Wayne?
No.
No.
He's.
Would he
Also,
have fit?
kinda tiny.
Would he have fit?
I'll tell you this right now.
Kind of tiny.
I'll tell you this right now.
Tiny
You
Batman.
know who would have been the perfect like Robin? Like 30 years ago. Deadass.
Cruise and
Tom
Risky Business.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Disrespect.
No, I'm deadass. I'm deadass. Like all respect to Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Tom Cruise would have been the greatest boy wonder on screen.
He's the same age as Batman.
No, you're
But he
right.
don't look
but,
that way.
yo, but he don't look like right now. After this film was over, my boy, you could start filming Top Gun 2 right now. He's good to go.
Well, it's
He
not
is-
too late to play Alfred.
I'm gonna say this: he's borderline right now for an American actor of his stature, pound for pound, action wise. He's bordering like Jackie Chan territory of like endurance. I'm telling you,
I believe that. I believe that.
Like I feel like right off the set,
him and Jackie Chan should do a movie together.
yo, I'm with it.
Oh
I'm,
my
I would
I'm-
watch that.
I'm with it, bro.
I would watch that.
like
all right.
just put them in a film, and I believe it.
Okay.
As long as they're not talking about life, just do action.
Yeah, just
Tom,
action.
Don't talk.
Just like try to
Okay.
punch each other.
Good gravy.
All right, so
See, I did it.
you did. That was really
Congrats.
good. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna do as well. I'm gonna be honest, because
Incriminate yourself.
no, because Sorry to Bother You is one of those movies.
Spoilae?
No Spoilae, because I
Spoilae.
want you to see it, and I don't like spoilers for this movie are like spoilers. Like you will go in and be like, I already know what's happening. That's why it's so hard. Like you can't talk about this movie without people having seen it because it would make no
Well,
sense.
I've seen the
to you.
trailer.
Okay.
So
The
if you
trailer
can
is
base
not going to
things-
help you.
Oh, good.
Doesn't
Okay.
know
It does
just.
nothing.
All right. Okay.
So I'll just talk about how much I loved it, and then that way maybe I won't give away spoilers. So basically, what you see in the trailer, Lakeith Stanfield's character is going to be a telemarketer, at this place. It's very like avant-garde, artsy type of movie that I was excited for. I was like, all right, this is going to be the Black Michelle Gondry, where I'm going to have like every scene is gonna be like some kind of like moving set piece that he made himself, and then all of a sudden you're like in another room, you know, because you know he did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, where it's like, so it was like that, you know, like he's on the phone, like you saw in the preview.
Did Michel Gondry do this movie?
No,
okay.
That's why I felt the same feeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so like he's on the phone and he gets transported into the room where people are like hanging up on him and stuff like that.
Also,
it's
like, shot in very intriguing, surrealist ways.
Yes, very surreal. Oh my god.
Oh, that's good. That's
even
cool.
the world is surrealist. So everything is heavy-handed political metaphors on purpose, and it's fucking hilarious and it's beautiful and it makes so much sense. You know, like sometimes when a movie is heavy-handed with the political, you're like, I get it.
Yeah.
The world is made like this, so
Okay.
it has to be heavy-handed, or else you'd be like, what the fuck?
Just real quick to clarify, you said the guy that directed Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind directed this too?
No, he didn't, but it's
Why
the
didn't that
same
style?
look, same
Oh,
style.
it's done this style. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they even like make fun of him. They're like, watch this video. And it was like Michel Gondry. And I was like, this person, whoever directed this obviously loves Michel Gondry, because they like literally made fun of him in the movie.
Well, that's cool.
But yeah, so it's just like,
I like cinematography that challenges me.
oh my God, this one challenges you in cinematography, in story, in character, in everything, because you're like, what the fuck? At one point in the movie, like literally there's nothing that can prepare you for the twist that it takes. Literally nothing.
Not even Mission Impossible.
Not
Nothing
even
at
Mission.
all.
Like we were sitting, my brother did a reading for it, so he already knew it was happening.
Oh,
but
wow. Shout out to Rafi.
yeah, shout out to Rafi. So he did the reading. He played the main character. He was Lakeith Stanfield's character in the staged reading of it. So there's this one point where like he knows the story's about to turn, and he was like, oh shit, I forgot about this. And I was like, what? And then it happens. Me and Francis' faces are literally just mouth open on the ground, like, what the fuck is going on
Like,
now?
how could you forget this?
And he looked at us.
I looked at him like, how you forget that? What? How Sway?
It's the most outrageous thing that you then have to keep going along with, because the rest of the movie is about it. And you're like, oh, okay, we're doing this now.
Yep, this is where we're going.
This is happening.
Oh.
But he forgot.
Should
he
add,
forgot.
movie was written and directed by Boots Riley. I was like, Boots Riley is known as he's a West Coast rapper and activist out of the Bay Area. He is beloved in his town. Like, people know what his name.
Yeah,
His name
everybody
rings
knows him
bells.
apparently.
And I mean, the Coop, which the group that he started, has been around for like 30 years. Like, they've been around.
Okay.
I was like, and they did the soundtrack. And damn, like, bro, how you did that?
Yeah.
How you did that?
I mean, basically, like, they use this, everything that's absurd in it, everyone notes. So, like, you see in the trailer where they do the white guy voice, and everybody gets freaked out because he can do it so well.
Yeah.
And even, like, Tessa Thompson's character's like, yo, cut it out. Stop doing that. And you're like,
So,
so
it's like,
you're
it
aware.
like breaks the fourth wall, but then tries to plaster it up in front of
Oh,
you.
my God. Every scene.
Every second.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's this one scene, it's not spoilers, it's just they have this polite fight that just gets me. They're like, yeah, what? You smell real nice, huh? What is that? Is that new cologne? And he's like, nah, it's just deodorant.
I like that.
And they're just like fighting so politely, and everyone in the crowd is like, huh? He's like, yeah, I hope you have a really great life. Yeah, you too. I hope you get really successful. You're like,
you wish we did that for real.
Yeah, it's just like those moments that you're like,
And there's some
thank you for that.
There's some top tier cameos by some A-list people in this movie that you just like, how?
Oh,
who?
okay.
What?
Don't give any of those away.
No, I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how
That's
did you? It's
cool.
like, what?
Like, how'd you get such and so to do this?
You catch yourself outside of the movie being like, yo, how the fuck they get in this movie? How?
Did-
What?
Like, they were just walking in the street past them, and they were like, hey, you want to be in this
Hey,
shot?
you would
Yeah,
Dead ass.
sure.
And then you look at anyway, it's a lot. It's dope.
Okay.
yeah, I honestly, I
Let's see
give
if
it
I
a
can
10.
catch that this week.
Do it.
Using my AMC A-list membership.
Come on, AMC. Come on.
up.
Come on. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Give us this work.
All right, so we're gonna come. I guess it's the end. We did it. We made it to the end, guys.
sniggity snap.
I think we did good on that challenge. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't
Yeah,
spoil
like,
like
real-
I thought.
Y'all didn't
But it
rate
was
the
difficult
movie,
as
though. What's up?
fuck.
Let me get the
Okay,
rating.
I gave it a 10. I'm gonna
out of 10?
I
Perfect?
do. I don't think
Wow.
I would go see it again, and I don't.
Wow.
Even things I might not like, I liked it.
Okay. All right. France?
Yeah, it's gonna get that's gonna get a damn. I'm trying not to give it a 10.
Why, though?
I'm looking for a reason not to.
I'm the most judgy person, and I just gave it a 10.
How much would you judge your judginess out of 10?
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
11.
Oh man, yeah, 15.
Good gravy.
The most judged.
I'm gonna give Sorry to Bother You a 10. It just the shit spoke to me.
Is it the best movie you've seen this year?
I don't know. I did see Hereditary.
Yeah.
They're different movies.
It's the good question, Mike.
It might be.
It's the movie I relate to the most this year.
Yes.
I agree with
that.
Nothing else has spoken to me as soundly as this movie has.
It's like legit my life. I hear
you.
Legit,
that doesn't necessarily mean you feel it's the movie of the year, but I respect the response. I just based on how you talked about it, you haven't talked about any other movie this year like this, so that's why I was like, let me ask if this is your favorite this year. But
I want to go see
I'm a fucking Aquarius.
There's a lot. I
can't agree.
France, we all know this.
So I'm like, but it hits.
We all know.
Artsy, bing, it hits that. Straight metaphor, bing, it hits that.
Wait, for
good
the
writing,
listeners.
bing, hits that. Like it just hits all of the hits all of the things that I look for in a film.
But also like a black experience, because there's moments where like the whole crowd is like, "Oh, I know you can rap," and he's like, "I really can't rap," and they're like, "Rap, rap, rap, rap," and then he has to like get up and rap, and you're like,
let me ask you a question.
"Oh my
Spoilae.
life."
Let me ask you a question.
That's not
Did you just
Spoilae.
spoil something from the movie?
No. Trust.
No.
That's just a scene.
Oh, okay, from the movie.
But you could see that in the trailer. You don't know what.
Y'all remember when I said
situation I'm talking
if you just
about.
let her talk,
She will incriminate.
she will self.
But you don't know what I'm talking
herself.
about. That could have
You're
been
right.
any moment.
You're right. In any movie.
In any movie ever.
Yeah.
Well, legit, yeah. That's the movie of my life.
Didn't that happen in
You know
Infinity
how many times I walk into a
The
room,
rap
they're like,
battle.
"You're a singer? Sing right
I don't know,
now."
Mr. Stark, I don't know if I can rap real good.
They didn't even try to dance in front of Thanos though. Maybe it would have worked.
Dead ass would
yeah.
have worked.
Maybe it would.
I feel like he
No.
would have started like doing some social
But
dances.
then he would have probably won the dance off.
Word.
No, he would have like changed
His
reality and
name
been
would have
like,
changed
"I'm
everything.
leaving."
He'd be like, "Watch me whip."
Yeah.
Infinity
Oh
Gauntlet.
my god.
So that's why they probably didn't try that. It wouldn't have worked for him.
Snap your fingers, and then you die.
Oh my
I
god.
do it all by myself.
If we had a production budget, it would have ended right at that snap.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
But since none of us are quick enough to reach the button,
It's just-
and we didn't know that was
We're gonna
coming.
get it in post.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. So what are we talking about next week? I don't know. What's
It's
happening?
not next week.
It's not next week.
Gonna be
We're
for a
gonna
little
take
minute.
a little break. It's a good time to take a break. There's not a lot happening right now.
We're gonna make it happen.
There's not a big movie coming out. I don't even know what's coming out. There's like nothing.
No, we're in a little bit of hiatus right now. TV's taking over. Right now, there's gonna be a lot of TV things popping up on TV.
Yeah, people head back to Netflix. Start binging. I binged Glow. It was great. There's a new cooking show called Sugar Rush. Just some nice, fun summer stuff.
And for the anime heads,
yeah.
Boruto's about to go in filler, but fuck that. Attack on Titan season 3
Takataya.
is jumping off, so you can definitely get into that. If you're looking for a show to make you laugh and cry at the same time about reality, you got Sacha Baron Cohen's series,
yes.
Who is America? I'm getting angrier
Angry.
after each episode,
Ah.
and it's like the way he's been teasing these things. I think they're just gonna get worse.
I can't.
So meaning more real, but yeah.
So yeah, take this time, watch some TV. Then that way, when you come back to us, it won't be Spoilae. You'll be like, I saw that.
Yeah, and at the beginning we'll say things like, remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And
we gotta get up on that, huh?
well, they gotta get up. on that.
Yes, but also thank you for getting us to 100. I know we said it before, but
Thank you again.
Thank
Watch
you.
Preacher.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say
get
less.
us to 200.
Yeah, 200.
200.
All right.
Yo, shout out to
Right.
200.
Shout out to 200.
200.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
We're putting that out in the world.
You've never said it right, for the record, and you always ask if you did.
And let that be the answer.
I have to practice slang. It doesn't come natural.
You can't say 200 like people unless you will add 200.
What? I'm not ready.
Just like
200?
I'll never be able to say Amherst like you do.
Amherst.
See?
See?
Yeah.
Silent.
No, you
Rolls
guys.
over.
See?
Yo. His brother calls it hammers.
Literally, Ronald goes, shout out to Ronald, Micah Genesis. He just
Hammers.
says hammers.
Nah, you know who had the hammers? Henry Cavill, son. In that bathroom.
I believe that.
Let me tell
Hammers
you-
in the bathroom.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Batman,
That's it right there.
if
Hammers in the bathroom.
yo, if Batman tried to fight Superman in a bathroom, bruh,
Fuck.
it don't matter what his mother's name was.
You'd be like, Martha who?
Tell you that right the fuck now. Man,
Yeah.
Whew.
Next episode,
Family
let's do a
plot.
Let's
That's
do a
all I'm saying.
switcheroo. You see Starry Brother, we'll see Mission Impossible, and then we'll give a Spoilae of it.
Oh, that's
Let's do a
homework I
switcheroo.
like.
Yeah, let's
That's
do that.
ingenious.
I'm about it.
That is homework I like.
We got time. So.
You know what's crazy though? If y'all get your past shit in order, we could go see togethers.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
gonna we're gonna do that.
All
That's in the break is to get our movie pass shit. Well, not movie pass.
Not
Our
movie pass.
cinema situation
Yeah.
situated.
situated.
If we recorded this an hour earlier, I could have hit the Usher note with situations, but I can't right now. I'm gonna leave that
That's
to
next time.
Christian. Shout out to Christian.
Shout out to Christian.
He knows we.
What
we
up,
sing
Christian?
Yeah.
Miss you, bro.
that. That's mad personal. Shout out to Team Heavy.
Yeah.
And yo, and what you go? Speaking of Team Heavy, Ruffin went to like I think some joint called SuperCon in North Carolina.
I peeked the pictures.
Yeah,
Oh.
he met Trish Stratus.
Oh, damn.
What?
Yeah, his profile pictures all Trish Stratus stuff.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
mean-
saying? Stratisfaction.
What?
That's awful. That's like a dream. That's a bucket list moment.
For him, hell yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout outs to our biggest fans.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And you didn't even mention your coworkers once.
I didn't?
No.
Oh my god.
Yes, do it. Do it
But
now.
then you guys just said it. Now they have
Yes.
to drink.
It's commemorative.
I haven't talked about things with my coworkers in a little while.
We don't want you to get
It's-
fired, so that's why we mentioned it for you.
Bars.
Thank you. It's true.
Yeah.
They'd be like, we weren't even mentioned.
All right, y'all.
Catch you next time.
Ham sandwiches.
And hammers in the bathroom.